Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. It is Wednesday, and Wednesdays are weigh-in and weight loss topic days. If you are new here, this channel started out as a weight loss, specifically Weight Watchers channel. And in the 5 years that I've had the channel, it's kind of evolved. I do not follow Weight Watchers anymore, although I am a lifetime member. So I do get their weekly technique. And I like to share that on Wednesday because I'd probably say 90% of the people in the world are on a weight loss journey. So I like to share the weight loss topic with you and also share where I am on my weight loss. I am a Weight Watchers lifetime member and, always on that health journey. I have definitely changed up things from when I did Weight Watchers. I used to use a lot of different foods and different products, and that has changed over the years, but just wanted to let you know that's why, even though this is a suburban homesteading chat, every Wednesday I do share my weigh-in and, like I said, a weight loss or health topic. So just letting you know that. Let's get into this week. If you remember last week, I did not weigh in. It was a chemo week for Doug, and we had to be out super early, and it was not even on my radar to weigh in, and that's okay. But I did remember this morning, and I was down 1 pound, so that's good. I'm still trying to get rid of this 8 pounds that snuck back up on me with changes in my life and things like that, so working on getting rid of that. It goes up and it goes down. I probably need to work a little bit harder. I admit that. But anyway, I am thrilled with down 1 pound. So we are going to go right into the weekly topic. So it is how to stay inspired no matter what the scale says. And you've all heard the scale doesn't define us and all that, but it is a big part because this, if we are on a weight loss journey, then the scale's a big part. It's easy to say, oh, I don't worry about the scale, but we worry about the scale. We do. Just trying to get better light here. Sorry. Because this is much later than I usually film these. I'm usually filming in the dark of morning. Okay, let's see what they say. There are so many ways to measure progress on this journey other than weight loss. The best way to tap into them is by imagining that the scale doesn't exist. It would be great to imagine that, but we all know that little white box or stainless steel box or gray box, whatever color your scale is, we know it sits there taunting us. It's hard to ignore it completely. But we do have to remember that there's other ways to gauge our success and our progress. So it says, the big one are non-scale victories. And a definition of a non-scale victory is progress that is not related to the number on the scale and helps us see the bigger picture to stay inspired. I was thinking about this the other day. I don't look at the topic or anything beforehand. I'm coming in blind. I don't watch anybody else's videos on the topic because I don't want to be swayed. But somebody had mentioned a non-scale victory, and they said that they had dropped a size in their pants. And I said, that's wonderful, how exciting and all that. And then I started thinking, I'm like, okay, we always say that dropping a size or dropping inches or whatever is a non-scale victory. But if the scale wasn't going down, would we be dropping a size? I don't know. I guess we could because the scale may not move, but you could lose inches. So, okay, I guess so. I don't know. I was just thinking about non-scale victories, like my non-scale victories when, I lost my 65 pounds were getting off blood pressure medicine. And I thought, okay, well, that's a non-scale victory, but is it? If I didn't lose 65 pounds, I'd still be on blood pressure medicine. So it seems to me like everything is tied to that scale. And I don't know if that's a great thing, but for me, it seems like all my non-scale victories are tied back to the scale. I don't know. Work with me on that. Set me right. So it says, try this. Write down 3 things that have changed in the past month, not the number on the scale. So think about things. Maybe you have started exercising, and maybe instead of walking for 10 minutes, maybe you're walking for 20 minutes. Maybe instead of going around the block once or twice, you're going around the block 3 or 4 times. That is 100% a non-scale victory. You are building up stamina. You are building up strength. That is huge. That is huge. So that may be one. Maybe this month you've hit a place where you can come off some sort of medication that you're on that was directly related to your weight, whether it be blood pressure or diabetes or something. Maybe something like that has happened to you. Maybe you've just noticed a change when you walk up and down the stairs in your home. Maybe you're not huffing and puffing. You know, maybe when you run down the basement to grab something out of the pantry or out of the freezer. My big pantry and my freezers are in the basement. That's why I think of that. People are probably going, honey, I don't keep my freezer in the basement. But, you know, maybe when you run down there to grab something for dinner, oh my goodness, you didn't run out of breath. Maybe, and this I say because someone I watch on YouTube, this happened to her. She climbed on a step stool to get something. That's not something she would have done before, is climbing up on a step stool. So think about it. Think about those non-scale victories that can help you on this journey. Like maybe the scale wasn't so great to you this month. Maybe you ended the month with a gain, or maybe you ended the month with a loss that you weren't happy with. But stop and think about other things that you have done and that you have accomplished. Maybe it was simple as just saying no to a piece of cake or a donut, or maybe it was saying no to a second donut or a second piece of cake. Maybe it was eating the dinner on your plate and getting up from the table and not grabbing seconds. Maybe it was taking one piece of bread at dinner and not 3. All these things are progress. Don't ever think that they're too small. Don't ever think that they're too small. And this can go with anything in your life. It doesn't have to be a wellness or a weight loss journey. I know that when we were making the switch over to 90% whole foods, it was a big thing for me when I didn't buy certain foods. They may have been foods that I absolutely loved, but when I looked at the ingredients, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to buy this. I'll live without it. Or I'll find an alternative. Potato chips are one of them. Yep. All potato chips are fried in canola oil or safflower oil or something. I found a brand that's not. So maybe it's something like that. It doesn't have to be weight related. It can be anything in your life that you're trying to improve. Maybe you're trying to get on a good schedule. You know, maybe you've wasted a little too much time playing on your phone and you write out a schedule, and maybe you stuck to that schedule, and maybe you did the things you needed to do. That is progress. That is victories. It may not be the end all beat all. You might not see that final place where you want to be, but you're working towards it. So it can be, like I said, anything. Weight loss journey or anything else. But no matter what it is, give yourself props. Give yourself a pat on the back for accomplishing something. And then it says, are you struggling to come up with 3 things? Ask yourself, how would I measure progress if the scale didn't exist? So we're kind of back on the weight loss thing now, but you can put this, like I said, with anything. Consider healthy habits, like starting a wake and walk routine. Or yes moments, like maybe you're not so exhausted after a long work day. Changes to your health. And maybe new to you experiences. Maybe you're going to exercise classes now, or learning to cook a little bit healthier, things like that. They are all non-scale victories. And like I said, if it's not a weight loss journey you're on, relate them to something else. Think about what else you've done that can count as progress towards a goal. Progress towards a goal. And it's progress, not perfection. It says, let's dive a little deeper. Now that you have a list, think about what those wins really mean. Recognize the impact of each one. Maybe cooking more means you're enjoying healthier, fresher meals. Or maybe your walking routine helps reduce stress. That is absolutely 100% proven that when you exercise, your body releases dopamine and it makes you happier. It relieves some stress and it relieves some anxiety and depression. Zoom out to see the big picture. How do you feel reflecting on and celebrating these types of wins? How is it different than when you focus only on the scale? Sure, it feels amazing to see a lower number on the scale each week, or if you've already met your goal, to maintain the same-ish number. But that's only one measure of progress, and it's hardly a sure thing since plateaus and setbacks are part of the journey. So just like your why probably goes beyond losing weight, so should your wins. And all wins are worth noticing and celebrating. From small concrete changes, like eating veggies every day, to more abstract victories, like realizing you have the stamina of the Energizer Bunny. The scale will never show progress like that. Research shows that for many Weight Watchers members, or anyone on a health journey, whether you are using the Healthy app, whether you are using the Lose It app, whether you are doing keto or low carb or Whole30 or paleo, it doesn't really matter. Reflecting on non-scale victories helps you lose weight and keep it off. So try expanding your definition of progress and make a plan for how you'll keep popping the proverbial champagne. Maybe you do it before weighing yourself or while journaling. Regardless, the more you look beyond the scale for reasons to celebrate, the more it will come naturally, along with even more victories for you. 100%. When you pat yourself on the back for the little things that you do and the little things that make you move forward toward that end goal, it's going to keep you more motivated. It's going to keep you more focused. Like I said, whether it be on this weight loss journey or whether it be with something else in your home, like I know I've been talking a lot about decluttering and resetting my home and making it more peaceful and just getting rid of the crap. Let me tell you, I stop and think now. Like the other day I was driving past, I don't even remember what store it was. And I'm like, oh, I should pop in. I'm like, oh, it was Kohl's. I'm like, no, there's nothing I need. And there's not, because I was thinking, oh, I should get like maybe some like new little Easter things. I'm like, no, I have 2 bins of Easter stuff that I haven't even brought down yet. No, nope. I do not need to bring anything else into my home. I don't. And because I've been working so hard to declutter and clean and make for a peaceful home, it was so much easier to go, why do you want to stop at Kohl's? Number one, why do you want to spend money on whatever? Number two, do you really want to bring more stuff into the home after that you have taken so much stuff out? So these little victories can happen anywhere with anything that you are working towards. Whatever goal it is you're working towards, focus on the victories that may not show right away, but it's progress, especially with that scale. We cannot let it rule our life. It is a good measurement of our success. It truly is. And without it, we kind of wouldn't have, we wouldn't have lifetime membership at Weight Watchers because you have to get on the scale for that. So we definitely need it. We just have to back off a little bit, especially if we're stressing about it. I'm not saying not to weigh in, because let me tell you, even when I have the worst week going, I still weigh in because I need to see that number on the scale. I need that to be a slap in the face like, Joni, what do you think you're doing? You need to get your act together. So always weigh in. Don't be afraid of the scale, but don't let it control you so much that it'll send you into a tailspin. Let it make you mad that you did not have a good week and that you saw a gain. Use that fuel to do better next week. Make sense? I hope so. So anyway, my friends, that is all I have for you today. I am so sorry this is so late, but I had a breakfast date with my youngest this morning, and that trumps anything when it comes to YouTube, is spending time with the kids when they're home on spring break. So thank you for being patient and waiting for this video. That's all I have. Down 1 pound, celebrate every little thing, and keep moving forward. That's the most important thing. Keep moving forward. I will see you all in my next video.